Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that has fascinated humanity for centuries. A story woven with threads of secrecy, power, and enduring mystery. Get ready to pull back the curtain on one of the most enigmatic organizations in history, the Secret Brotherhood. Better known as the Freemasons. For generations, whispers have surrounded this name. Some laud them as master builders, architects of society, and profound philosophers. Others, perhaps with a glint of suspicion in their eye, imagine them as keepers of hidden knowledge, wielders of immense unseen power. What is the truth behind the myths? Let's embark on a journey through time to uncover the remarkable origins and evolution of this elusive fraternity. Our story begins, not in shadowy chambers, but amidst the dust and mortar of medieval Europe. Picture the towering cathedrals, architectural marvels that defied the imagination, their spires reaching for the heavens. These weren't built by individuals, but by highly skilled stone guilds, groups of master masons, craftsmen whose hands literally shaped the world around them. Within these guilds, apprentices learned their trade in silence. Each chisel stroke, each measurement, a step in a long, arduous journey. These were closed circles, where valuable knowledge of geometry, engineering, and architecture was fiercely guarded, passed down from master to apprentice. To be a part of it meant dedication, skill, and an oath of loyalty. Only the truly worthy, those who proved their mettle and mastered their craft, were allowed to advance, to share in the secrets that allowed them to construct such magnificent structures. This was the genesis, the very bedrock, of what would one day become Freemasonry. But as the centuries turned, something extraordinary happened. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the world was changing. The Age of Enlightenment dawned, bringing with it revolutionary ideas about human rights, individual liberty, and the power of reason. And with it, these ancient lodges began to transform. They were no longer solely about stone and mortar, about the physical construction of buildings. They started to build something else entirely, a new kind of society, founded on ideas. The focus shifted. The shared values within these lodges moved from structural blueprints to philosophical ones. Concepts like freedom, equality, and fraternity became the cornerstones of their discussions and beliefs. Men from all walks of life, thinkers, artists, politicians, and scientists began to gather. Drawn by the promise of intellectual exchange and moral improvement, it was a space where status outside the lodge walls was set aside, and men could meet on common ground, as equals. Think about some of the most influential figures who shaped the modern world. It's said that many of them, from the revered first President of the United States, George Washington, to the brilliant composer Wolfgang Amadeus, Mozart, and countless other luminaries, wore the Masonic apron. Imagine the conversations, the debates, the shared vision that might have unfolded within those lodge rooms, influencing the very fabric of nascent nations and artistic movements. These men, bound by shared ideals, sought to perfect themselves and, through their collective efforts, perfect society itself. Of course, with secrecy comes speculation, and with powerful figures comes suspicion. Because their meetings were private, and their symbols, the compass, the square, the all-seeing eye, were, and still are, mysterious to outsiders. Rumors began to spread like wildfire. Were the Masons simply a fraternity of like-minded thinkers dedicated to self-improvement and charitable works? Or were they something more? A hidden hand, secretly guiding revolutions, pulling the strings of governments, orchestrating global events from the shadows. This duality has always been at the heart of the Masonic enigma. Throughout history, Freemasonry has been both passionately admired and fiercely feared. In some regions, its activities were seen as a direct threat to the established order, to the authority of the church and the power of the crown. As a result, it was outlawed, its members persecuted, their gatherings driven further underground. The very idea of an independent brotherhood, united by principles other than those dictated by the ruling powers, was considered dangerous. Yet, in other places, Freemasonry flourished, gaining immense respect. It was seen as a venerable institution dedicated to charity, to the pursuit of knowledge, and to fostering a strong sense of brotherhood among its members. Masonic lodges often became centers of philanthropic activity, supporting local communities, establishing schools, and aiding those in need. They were places where men could engage in moral and philosophical discussions, striving to become better individuals through mutual support and shared wisdom. The perception often depended on the prevailing political and social climate, and the openness or closedness of the societies in which they existed. Even today, in our hyper-connected, information-saturated world, the name Mason still carries with it an undeniable air of mystery. The ancient symbols, the traditions, the idea of secret rites, all continue to capture our imagination. This enduring allure, this blend of known history and unknown practices, is arguably their greatest power. It's not just about what is openly revealed, but about what is implied, what is pondered, and what is, perhaps, best left to the realm of imagination. The truth about Freemasonry, like many ancient traditions, is likely far more nuanced than the simplistic narratives of either absolute good or absolute evil. It is a story of evolution, of adaptation, of men striving for ideals, sometimes succeeding brilliantly, sometimes faltering. It's a reminder that human societies, driven by shared purpose, can create enduring legacies, whether in stone, in ideas, or in the very fabric of their brotherhood. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey into the heart of the Secret Brotherhood. What are your thoughts on Freemasonry? Do you find their history inspiring or unsettling? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed unraveling this mystery with me, please hit that like button. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more explorations into the captivating stories that shape our world. We'll see you next time.